Hi, Taehyung lovers all around the world. Welcome back to Taehyung Lovers Worldwide Channel. 3 seconds. Don't scroll. Because February 2026 proved something that left many people speechless. Even those who have been underestimating him. This is not a fan war. This is not just a TikTok trend. This is about one name, Kim Taehyung, that made a middle-aged woman in a shopping mall stand proudly showing his face on her phone. Across ages, across generations, beyond logic. And not only that, Taehyung's energetic movements synchronized with Jeon Jungkook, the effortless chemistry, and his influence that remained strong despite the stage hiatus with BTS. All of it forms a phenomenon that cannot be considered ordinary. Why did this happen? What exactly does the world see in Taehyung that makes his influence not fade even a little? Today we break down the facts, data, psychology, and the side rarely discussed. If you care about the goodness and influence of Kim Taehyung, press like now. Write your opinion in the comments. Agree or disagree. Subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and spread this because the world needs to know what is really happening. February 2026 was not just an ordinary fan story. This is not a tale of hysterical teenagers at a concert. This is not merely a TikTok trend that comes and goes. This is a deeper social portrait of how one name, one face, one voice named Kim Taehyung is able to break through the boundaries of age, language, and generations in a cruel and fast-paced digital era. February 2026. Amid the buzz of neon lights and the glittering corridors of a shopping center, a simple moment turned into a global symbol. A middle-aged woman stood upright, wearing a black and white fur coat and a neatly draped cream scarf. She was not part of the generation that grew up with K-pop. She was not the main target market of the South Korean entertainment industry. Yet in her hand, she held a phone that became a silent but powerful statement. On her phone case was a photo of Taehyung smiling gently while holding a small dog. The smile was warm, the gaze calm, and the image radiated a softness that contrasted with the glittering global industry that often feels cold. The moment did not stop there. When another phone was turned on, the lock screen again displayed Taehyung's face in an artistic close-up. His eyes were deep, his expression soft, his aura unforced, as if the digital world and the real world merged into one name. On her wrist hung a small red heart-shaped character bag from BT21, the creative universe born from the collaboration between BTS members and line friends. That small detail was not merely an accessory. It was a symbol of how Korean pop culture has evolved into a global phenomenon worth billions of dollars. This woman's story feels powerful precisely because of its simplicity. She admitted it all started from a few videos that appeared on TikTok. The algorithm worked without compromise. The screen scrolled. Within seconds, curiosity turned into interest. She then searched further on YouTube. Song after song, interview after interview. From simply watching, she began to feel. From feeling, she began to understand. That interest grew into admiration, and admiration slowly turned into loyalty. This is a psychological pattern often underestimated. A parasocial relationship built not from physical closeness, but from consistent digital presence and emotions that feel authentic. This phenomenon affirms one thing that is hard to deny. Taehyung's popularity is not merely the result of a vocal teenage fan base on social media. Global music industry reports in recent years have consistently placed BTS as one of the most influential entities in the world. Even when group activities slowed due to military obligations, digital conversations about its members remain stable. Among them, Taehyung has strong differentiation, a deep and textured baritone vocal color, an artistic visual aesthetic, and persona that blends mysterious and warm in one package rarely possessed by modern pop stars. His solo song, foryou, shows how he does not rely solely on group popularity, but builds a personal musical identity. The song speaks about the thin line between friendship and love, about feelings that grow slowly and are difficult to define. When he expresses pride in the work, the tone heard was not arrogance, but the satisfaction of an artist who knows he's been honest with himself. That honesty is the magnet. In stage dynamics, his chemistry with Jeon Jungkook becomes another element that strengthens his appeal. In a practice studio with gleaming wooden floors and bright lights, their movements are not merely choreography. Taehyung moves with theatrical gestures and character-filled expressions, while Jungkook delivers precision and controlled power. When Taehyung's baritone meets Jungkook's soft vocals, the harmony created is not only heard, but felt. That synchronization was not born overnight. It was built from years of hard work, endless practice, and tested friendship. What makes February 2026 feel special is its contrast. Amid a stage hiatus due to national duty, proof of their influence became even clearer in the digital space. Interactions on community platforms increased. Solo catalog streaming remained strong. Cross-country conversations continue to live on. This is no coincidence. This is a result of a foundation built for more than a decade. Returning to the woman in the shopping mall, she becomes a symbol that Taehyung's magnetism goes beyond statistics and charts. She is proof that an artist's charm can reach those who never imagined themselves becoming K-pop fans. From teenagers to adults, from big cities to small corners of the world, that appeal finds its own way through algorithms, music, and emotion. Some people may underestimate this phenomenon. They call it fanaticism. They reduce it to a mere digital trend. But streaming numbers, brand power, and the consistency of global conversations show a different fact. Popularity that lasts more than a decade is not built from momentary sensation. It is built from character, consistency, and the ability to adapt to the times. In the end, this story is not just about an idol. It is about how a world that grows increasingly cynical still leaves room for warmth. About how one smile on a phone screen can make someone feel connected. About how music and personality can bridge the gap of age and culture. February 2026 may be remembered not as a sensational month, but as a reminder that behind algorithms and numbers, there are humans who truly feel. Now the question is yours. Is this just an ordinary fandom phenomenon, or are we witnessing a new form of global cultural influence deeper than we realize? The debate is open, but one thing is hard to deny. The name Kim Taehyung continues to stand strong amid the flow of time that never slows down. If you are still here at this very second, it means you feel something the same as millions of others feel when they see the name Kim Taehyung mentioned. Not just an idol, not just a visual, but a phenomenon that even February 2026 could not silence. Today we have seen it ourselves, across ages, across generations, beyond logic. From the shopping mall to the global stage with BTS. From energetic movements synchronized with Jeon Jungkook to an irreplaceable baritone voice. None of it is coincidence. That is consistency. That is character. That is real influence. Now the decision is yours. If you believe the world should continue to see the goodness and sincerity of Kim Taehyung, do not stay silent. Press like now. Write your comments, agree or disagree. Let's discuss it maturely. Subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you do not miss the next facts. If you like it, support it. If you don't, simply skip. Taehyung Lovers Channel never forces anyone. But remember one thing, phenomena like this do not come twice. And history always sides with those who realize it first. See you in the next discussion.